Alright, so in this video I am going to go over 3 loops that you will use when you're coding algorithms or regular game logic itself. So I'm going to go over the for loop, the while loop, and the DoWhile loop. So to get started, I'm going to create a C# class and just call this loops. And I'm going to attach this to my example game object here. And we can get coding. Alright, so first we're going to work with the for loop, and it is pretty simple, and it also kind of ties into our variables video that we did with declaring variables. So to create a for loop, you type for, like that, then parentheses, and then curly brackets underneath. Now inside of the parentheses, we're going to create 3 internal lines of code. So the first one we want to do is initialize a variable for the loop to run off of. So we're going to create an integer and call this I and set this to 0. And after we make this line, we're going to put a semicolon. And after this line, and once we're done with this line, we're going to now create a condition that will be consistently checked over, that will let the loop run. So if the condition is no longer met, then the for loop will stop running and we'll just keep on running the code underneath it. So in this case, our variable I here, I'll always check if it is less than 5 per se. And at the end, we increment our integer variable here. So we just do I++. So what's happening here is we create a variable I and set it to 0 at the start. We then give the for loop a condition to work with. So when will the loop stop, basically. And after that, we iterate our I variable here, so the loop will have a stopping point at some point. And it's good to make your loops not run an infinite amount of times on a single frame, as that will cause a crash, because you're basically freezing your frame because of a single loop. Alright, so basically what's going to happen is our I variable is going to be continuously added until it is no longer less than 5. Once it's no longer less than 5, then we'll just run the code underneath. So underneath this, I can do debug.log I is now greater than or equal to 5. And inside of our inside of our loop, we can simply just debug.log our I variable. So we can do I and then put in our I variable like that. And now we can go back into Unity and we can test this out. Alright, so now if I go hit play and go to our console, you can see here I started at 0 because that is the value we initialized it to, and then it continues to add until it is greater than or equal to 5. And that is how you create a for loop. Now let's work on while loops. Alright, so while loops are generally the same, I guess, as for loops. It's just you don't have the extra functionality here. You don't initialize a variable inside of it, nor do you do anything with that initialized variable. What you normally do with the while loop is you put in a condition, and that is all you have to put within the parentheses of a while loop. So if I do type in while over here, put in the parentheses, and then put in our curly brackets for the functionality we want to run. And now in here, we have to put in a condition. So I'm going to create a variable, and I can call this times looped, and I can set this to 0. And in our while loop, we're going to have this loop run while the number of times we've looped is less than 10. So we do times looped is less than 10. So this loop will continue to run as long as the times looped is less than 10. And now we can put in the functionality we want in our while loop. So I can just debug.log our times looped. So I can do we looped, then put in our times looped variable, times looped times. And at the end, after our loop, we can do debug.log we stopped looping. Alright, and the last thing we want to add before we actually do any testing is we increment our times looped. Now what you want to avoid when making loops is having them run an infinite amount of times or giving them no sort of stop. And what I mean by that is, let's say I got rid of the times loop plus plus here. The condition here, times looped is less than 10, will always be met, and this will continuously run on the main thread forever basically. And since this is running on the main thread, everything else in the editor, everything else in your game will be stopped and frozen. And you're going to have to use Task Manager, you're going to have to exit the task, and you may lose some work. So ensure that any loop you're working with will not run an infinite amount of times, as that can cause a lot of issues. So times looped plus plus. Alright, and now we can go back into Unity and we can test this out. Alright, so now if I hit play here and go to the console, you'll see we looped 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we stop looping. This is because our times loop number is now equal to 10 or greater than 10. Now let's go into the last loop, which is the DoWhile loop. Alright, so the DoWhile loop is generally the same as a while loop, but the code that is within the DoWhile loop will always run at least once. So to create a DoWhile loop, you just type do, then put in your curly brackets, and then after your curly brackets you put while and put in a condition you want. So above the DoWhile loop, I'll just create an integer once again of times looped, and I can set this to 0. And in the while loop we do times looped is less than 10 once again, and put your semicolon at the end, and there you go, you have a DoWhile loop. So once the code executor is coming down, it's going to run the code in here first and then check. So it will run at least once. So what we can do is just times looped plus plus, and we can debug.log the number of times we looped. So I can do times looped, and then we do plus times looped, and at the very bottom we can do debug.log finished looping. And there you go, that's how we create a DoWhile loop. So now if we can go back into Unity and test this, and I hit play, go to the console, there you go, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then finish looping. So to really demonstrate that the DoWhile loop runs the code within it first and then checks, is back into the code here. What I can do is move this increment down here, and if I can go back into Unity, I hit play, go to the console, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And this behavior of a DoWhile loop is expected because it runs the code within it first and then it does the check. So you can see here it went to 10 even though we want it to stop if it is greater than or equal to 10. Alright, and that is loops in C# for coding games in Unity. I hope you learned something new, and in the next video I am going to go over functions and the many things that you can do with functions. So stay subscribed for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.